Most women think younger women have the upper hand in dating, but what most don't realize is that age brings psychological advantages no 20-year-old can fake. Older women have experience, confidence, and clarity, and that combination flips powerful switches in the male mind. It makes quality men step up because they see her as a woman who knows her worth and won't waste time. And that is magnetic on a level youth can't compete with. The reason why youth can't compete with you is because true attraction isn't built on perfection or endless availability. It's built on wisdom, standards, and the quiet confidence that comes from knowing exactly who you are and what you deserve. So while younger women might have smooth skin and endless energy, older women possess something far more powerful: psychological sophistication. They've learned what works and what doesn't, what they'll accept and what they won't, how to create connection without losing themselves in the process. This wisdom creates what psychologists call authentic magnetism, attraction that's based on substance rather than surface, depth rather than novelty, character rather than just chemistry. Quality men are drawn to this because it represents everything they've been searching for but couldn't find in women who are still figuring themselves out. They don't want a project or someone they have to teach about relationships. They want a partner who already understands the game and plays it with skill and grace. That's why understanding these psychology-backed secrets isn't about competing with younger women. It's about leveraging the natural advantages that come with experience, maturity, and self-knowledge. Hi, I'm Gabriel Hart from My Daily Love, and in this video, we'll talk about the 6 specific psychological advantages older women have in dating quality men and why these secrets make age an asset rather than a liability. And once you understand how to leverage your experience and wisdom strategically, you'll not only attract higher caliber men than ever before, but you'll also create the kind of deep, lasting attraction that youth alone can never generate. Secret number 1, they project confidence without words. The most powerful advantage older women have is their ability to project quiet confidence through presence alone, because men sense value instantly in how you carry yourself, and quiet confidence signals rarity in ways that beauty alone never could. Younger women often mistake loudness for confidence, drama for passion, or attention-seeking for attractiveness. But older women understand that real confidence is quiet, steady, and doesn't need external validation to prove itself. This shows up in how you enter a room, how you speak to service staff, how you handle unexpected situations, how you respond to compliments, and how you carry yourself when no one is watching. It's not about being perfect, it's about being comfortable with who you are. Quality men notice this immediately because it's incredibly rare. Most people, regardless of age, are constantly seeking approval, validation, or reassurance from others, but when someone is genuinely secure in their own worth, it creates a magnetic energy that draws people in. You've probably seen this yourself. There are women who might not be conventionally beautiful, but command attention and respect wherever they go simply through their presence and energy. That's the power of authentic confidence. This confidence comes from experience. You've survived challenges, learned from mistakes, built a life, developed skills, and proven to yourself that you can handle whatever comes your way. That kind of self-assurance can't be faked or taught. It has to be earned through living. When men encounter this energy, they instinctively recognize that they're in the presence of someone valuable. Not because of what she looks like, but because of who she is and how she moves through the world. From what I've seen, men are naturally drawn to women who are comfortable in their own skin because it suggests they won't be needy, clingy, or dependent on male validation for their sense of worth. Secret number 2, they set boundaries that filter out low-value men. Here's what younger women often struggle with that older women have mastered: the ability to set clear boundaries that automatically filter out men who aren't serious about building something real. Older women don't have time to waste on men who play games, can't commit, or treat relationships like casual entertainment. They've learned that their time and energy are valuable resources that should only be invested in people who appreciate and reciprocate that investment. This creates what relationship psychologists call self-selecting filtration. Your standards automatically attract men who are looking for the same level of seriousness and commitment that you are, while repelling men who are just looking for casual fun or ego validation. Quality men actually respect these boundaries because they signal that you know your worth and won't accept poor treatment. Men who are ready for real partnership appreciate women who have clear expectations because it eliminates guesswork and game playing. The boundaries might include expecting consistent communication, requiring genuine effort in planning dates, refusing to accept last-minute cancellations, or being clear about your relationship goals from the beginning. You've probably noticed that when you don't enforce boundaries, you attract men who test limits and push against your standards. But when your boundaries are clear and consistently maintained, you attract men who respect limits and want to meet your expectations. This works because boundaries create what psychologists call earned access. Men have to demonstrate their value and serious intentions before they earn the privilege of your time and attention. Within 2 to 3 weeks of maintaining clear boundaries, you'll notice a dramatic shift in the quality of men who pursue you. The players and time wasters stop bothering because they know they can't get easy access, while serious men start stepping up their efforts because they recognize you're worth working for. Secret number 3. They create emotional safety. Younger women often think they need to be exciting, unpredictable, or emotionally intense to keep men interested. But quality men, especially those who are ready for serious partnership, are actually seeking peace, stability, and emotional safety more than they're seeking drama or chaos. Older women understand this because they've lived through enough relationship drama to know that emotional roller coasters are exhausting and unsustainable. They've learned to communicate directly, resolve conflicts calmly, and create environments where both people feel safe to be vulnerable and authentic. This emotional safety isn't about being boring or suppressing your personality. It's about being emotionally regulated, communicatively clear, and psychologically stable. It means not creating unnecessary drama, not playing games, and not using emotions as weapons or manipulation tools. Men who are ready for real partnership are drawn to this because it allows them to relax and be authentic instead of constantly managing emotional chaos or trying to decode mixed signals and game playing. This safety is created through consistent emotional responses, clear communication, trustworthy behavior, and the ability to handle conflicts without resorting to manipulation, silent treatment, or emotional explosions. Quality men often say they feel like they can breathe around women who create this kind of emotional environment. They can focus on building connection and partnership instead of constantly navigating emotional mines or trying to guess what mood they'll encounter. The paradox is that by being emotionally safe and stable, you become incredibly attractive to men who are tired of relationship drama and are ready for something real and lasting. Secret number 4. They inspire admiration, not just desire. While younger women often focus on inspiring physical desire, older women understand that admiration creates deeper, more lasting attraction than beauty ever could, because men look up to them, not just at them. Physical attraction might create initial interest, but admiration creates respect, and respect creates the foundation for long-term partnership. When a man admires who you are as a person, losing you becomes about losing someone he looks up to, not just someone he finds attractive. This admiration is earned through how you handle challenges, how you treat other people, how you've built your life, how you maintain your standards, and how you carry yourself through both success and difficulty. Quality men are impressed by women who have wisdom, life experience, emotional intelligence, professional accomplishments, strong friendships, interesting hobbies, and the ability to handle adversity with grace. These are things that can only be developed through time and experience. Men often find themselves wanting to introduce women they admire to their friends and family because they're proud to be associated with someone of that caliber. It's not just about how she looks, it's about who she is as a person. Admiration also creates what psychologists call aspirational attachment. He doesn't just want to be with you, he wants to be worthy of being with you. This motivates him to be his best self and work to maintain your respect. This is completely different from relationships based primarily on physical attraction, where men might enjoy the woman but don't necessarily respect her character, life choices, or personal qualities. When admiration is present, the relationship feels like a partnership between equals rather than just physical chemistry or emotional neediness. Both people bring value to the table and respect what the other person has built in their life. But here's what most women struggle with when trying to inspire admiration. They don't know how to showcase their accomplishments and life experience without seeming like they're bragging or trying too hard to impress. There are specific ways to naturally demonstrate your value and wisdom that make men respect your character, and other approaches that accidentally make you seem insecure or desperate for validation. That's why understanding how to let your quality speak for itself without having to announce it is crucial, because authentic admiration can only be inspired when your value is demonstrated through actions and presence rather than words and self-promotion. The difference between women who naturally inspire respect and those who accidentally diminish their own value often comes down to subtle ways of carrying themselves that most women don't realize have such powerful psychological impact. Comment, admiration, and I'll reveal the 3 specific ways to naturally showcase your value without seeming like you're trying to impress, and the 3 approaches that accidentally make you appear insecure despite having genuine accomplishments and wisdom. Secret number 5, they balance independence with connection. Okay, so while younger women often make the mistake of either being too needy or too distant, older women have learned to balance independence with emotional connection, and men respect women who don't lose themselves in relationships. This balance is one of the most attractive qualities to quality men because it shows emotional maturity and self-awareness. You have your own life, goals, interests, and identity, but you also have the capacity for deep connection and partnership. Younger women often struggle with this balance. They either become completely absorbed in the relationship, losing their individual identity and interests, or they maintain such rigid independence that they can't create real intimacy or partnership. But older women understand that healthy relationships enhance your life rather than replacing it. You bring a full, rich life to the partnership, and you expect the same from him. This creates mutual respect and prevents the codependent patterns that often destroy relationships. This balance shows up in practical ways. You maintain your friendships, pursue your hobbies, focus on your career, take time for yourself, and continue growing as an individual while also being emotionally available and invested in building something together. Men find this incredibly attractive because it eliminates their fear that commitment means losing their own independence or having to become responsible for someone else's entire emotional well-being and happiness. Quality men want partners, not dependents. They want someone who chooses to be with them because they want to, not because they need to. This balance of independence and connection signals that you're capable of true partnership. The wisdom to maintain this balance comes from experience. You've likely seen relationships where someone lost themselves completely or where excessive independence prevented real intimacy from developing. Secret number 6, they carry a high-value aura of rarity. The final secret that makes older women irresistible to quality men is their ability to carry what psychologists call a high-value aura. A combination of standards, wisdom, and presence that makes them genuinely rare and irreplaceable. This aura isn't something you can fake or perform. It comes from genuinely knowing your worth, having clear standards, possessing life wisdom, and being comfortable with who you are. It's the energy of someone who has options, who won't settle, and who brings genuine value to any relationship. Quality men can sense this immediately. They recognize when they're in the presence of someone special, not because of age or beauty, but because of the combination of qualities that can only be developed through experience and self-knowledge. This rarity makes them realize that losing you would mean losing access to something they can't find elsewhere. Not just another attractive woman, but someone with depth, wisdom, emotional intelligence, and the kind of presence that enhances their own life and character. The high-value aura is created through the combination of all the previous secrets: quiet confidence, clear boundaries, emotional safety, the ability to inspire admiration, and the balance of independence with connection. When these qualities come together, they create what relationship experts call irreplaceable value. You become someone who can't be easily replaced or forgotten because the combination of what you offer is genuinely unique. This is when quality men don't just want to date you. They want to lock you down before someone else recognizes your value. They start thinking in terms of commitment and partnership because they understand they found something rare. The beauty of this approach is that it gets easier and more natural as you get older, not harder. Every year of experience, every lesson learned, every challenge overcome adds to this aura of rarity and value. You're not competing with youth. You're offering something completely different and arguably more valuable: the wisdom, stability, and depth that comes from a life fully lived. Now, here's what I want you to please keep in mind. Once you understand these psychology-backed secrets and start implementing them naturally, something powerful happens that most women don't expect. You stop worrying about your age being a disadvantage and start leveraging it as your greatest asset. You stop trying to compete with younger women and start attracting men who specifically value the qualities that come with experience and wisdom. But here's where it gets really important. Once you've attracted quality men using these psychological advantages, you need to understand how to maintain their interest and respect through the boundaries that filter out anyone who isn't worthy of your time and energy. See, attracting quality men is just the first step. The next step is making sure they treat you with the respect and consistency you deserve, and that requires specific boundaries that most women don't know how to set effectively. These boundaries aren't about being difficult or demanding, they're about creating clear standards that help men understand how to love you properly while filtering out anyone who isn't capable of meeting your needs. So if you want to discover the 5 simple boundaries that make men respect, value, and desire you, and why these boundaries actually increase attraction rather than limiting it, then our new video will show you exactly how to set standards that inspire men to step up rather than step away. Please click the video that's showing on the screen right now, and you'll see how boundaries become the foundation of respect and devotion you deserve.